What up, world? It's your boy G here, man. I'm gonna start something new. It's called Gtalk, and I'm just gonna talk about shit I went through, shit I've been through, my experience in life. I'm working on being a stand-up comedian, so I'm gonna just start putting videos up on my Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. And some of y'all gonna like it, some of y'all not. Whatever. That's I'm working on shit. Not for you, for me. So I got to listen. If you don't want to listen, don't look at it. Whatever. But today we're gonna talk about online dating. Just the trials. Especially when you're in your 30s and you gotta go through that. Like me, I'm 30, almost about to be 35 actually, a couple weeks. So it's been a struggle, man. It's been a struggle. I met some cool people. I'm not gonna lie. I actually got into a relationship off of it. So there's some pros, but there's a lot of cons. And we're gonna talk about them cons. Not the inmate cons, just the cons of online dating. And the things that you should do, the things that you shouldn't do. We're gonna talk more about the things you shouldn't do first. The first thing is I pretty much was on most of them. And the ones that didn't work for me was eHarmony, because you got to pay for that shit, like $40 a month for nothing, for nobody to hit you up. Match.com is the same thing. They're dumb. Plenty of Fish is pretty much a hookup site. That's I ain't gonna talk about it. Tinder's the same thing. The one that worked for me was Bumble. But Bumble, I went through at least, I don't know, I would say at least 10. Till I got to the 11th one, and that actually kind of worked out, but it was different. Like, I didn't do what I did with the first 10. And on Bumble, the woman hit you up first, so they message you first, and then you go from there. So if they like you, they'll message you first. So the cons of that, like the terrible part of that, is women don't know how to start conversations. I learned that. They don't. If it's up to them, so you gotta wait and see. And what I normally or typically got was just one hey. And my sarcastic ass is gonna be like, hey back. And they didn't like that. They would be like, oh, just hey, and it wouldn't go anywhere. Like, some of them were, hey, how you doing? And that's fine. Like, you throw a how are you doing in there, that's fine. Or hey, with all them Y's, hey, yo, what up though? That might work, but just the one hey, like, if it's up to you, like, listen, ladies, you don't like it. You don't like when a dude's just like, hey. You're looking at your phone like, hey. Like, hey. Hey's for horses, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll go out there, like, throw a hey, how you doing? How's your day? What do you do for work? Like, just start having conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took 10 bad ones for me to get to one good one. And the good one was, hey, how you doing? Like, it started off normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the first thing, ladies. Like, if it's up to you to start the conversation, start the damn conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your favorite Marvel movie? Just come up with some bullshit. Like, that's what guys pretty much do. Come up with some bullshit. So that's what you gotta do. Come up with some bullshit. The second con is all the bio shit. Like, put 3 or 4 things that you like or don't like, and then we'll go from there. Like, don't put 7 things that you hate, warning signs that you hate. Nobody gives a fuck about that. We don't read that shit. Okay? If you got more than 20 words on there, we're not gonna read that shit anyways. So they tone it down a little bit. Throw 6 or 7 words out there. Hey, I like this. I like sports. I like eating. I like normal shit. The dog lovers. Nobody gives a fuck that you love dogs. I'm sorry. Okay? If I don't love a dog and you don't like me because I don't love the dog, I don't give a fuck. Alright? Y'all are weird. That's a whole nother level we're not going to go into. That's, that starts with a B, and we're not trying to go into that because you nasty. And the last thing we're going to talk about is these damn filters, okay? If every one of your picture is a filter, you're hiding something. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. Every one of your pictures is a filter. You have to have a filter for every last one of your pictures. You got filters with your friends on their pictures. You hiding something. That's all I got to say, yo. So listen, online dating, you could try it. It might work out for you, or it won't work out for you. But that's the risk you got to take. But don't pay for that shit. Don't pay for it. It's been Gtalk. Peace.